Nick Burns, and joining me right now on Up in the Valley is Salt Lake Community College President Dr. Cynthia Bioteau. Dr. Bioteau, thanks for joining me today.
Oh, my pleasure, Nick.
Oh, I'm glad to have you here. Dr. Bioteau, this is the 7th largest community college in the nation, 14 different campuses, 60,000 plus students in degree programs, certificate programs, and so forth. One of your goals as the president here is to make this college one of the premier community colleges in the nation. And I wonder how the very size of this institution works, for you and against you in that goal.
Well, certainly the size is a benefit because we have that many more resources to play off of in terms of getting the word out, in terms of creative best practices for teaching and learning, and in terms of developing our relationships with our business and industry and employers in the area. I think just last year we were 7th in the nation for the number of associate degrees awarded as well. What that means is all of those people, over 2,800 people, left our doors and went directly into the workforce or to a 4-year university or college. That kind of transferability, that kind of success ratio really sets us up when other community colleges from around the country try to look at us. They look for best practices. When business and industry says, who will train our workforce? They look at Salt Lake Community College. And that really goes very far in helping us become the premier community college in the nation. Now, I have to tell you, that was not my vision. That was a vision that was derived from a community and college-wide strategic planning day that happened last November. We brought together community leaders and our college community and said, who are we and what do we want to be? And that collective vision to be the premier comprehensive community college in the nation came from that day. So I'm really just the maestro or the conductor to make sure that we get there. And
I wondered if you could tell us exactly how you would tell that story. How would you define a comprehensive community college?
A comprehensive community college is a higher ed institution that has multiple access points. What that means is any adult learner who wishes to gain additional training and education can come to Salt Lake Community College at whatever point they are and leave at the point of goal for them personally. That means it might be a non-native speaker who comes for English as a second language. It might be an adult who needs adult basic education and a high school diploma, and through our ABE program would get that. It might be a person who comes to our skills center and just wants short-term, open entry, open exit training for a particular job or skill sets. Then it might be a person who comes to our career and technical education programs, those programs that really train the nation's first responders, the firefighters, the EMTs, the nurses, the police force. Those are folks that come here and in 2 years graduate and go directly into the workforce. Or a third of our graduates graduate and go directly to a 4-year institution. So a student comes here, anything from basic education through career and technical education through transfer opportunities. That is what a comprehensive community college is. Multiple access points at multiple places for multiple reasons.
And I want to ask a little about developmental education. I know you have a background working in that at other institutions before coming here. There was some debate in Utah a couple years back about eliminating developmental education from the higher ed system and not having colleges offer that. And I wondered specifically if you could address what you think developmental education provides in a setting like at a comprehensive community college.
Well, from my vantage point, developmental education is essential if we're talking about multiple access points for learners. There are many learners who, either because of traditional ways of learning in our public education systems, have not been able to learn to the best of their abilities and need extra basic developmental building skills to be able to take college-level reading, writing, and courses. Then there are those adults who have been out of the educational setting for 30 or 40 years. You know, some of our students come back at age 65. And so if you've forgotten how to do decimals, fractions, and percentages, wouldn't it be a shame that you didn't have a course to help you get up to snuff so that you can enter into college-level learning? At Salt Lake Community College, approximately 70% of our incoming students test into developmental math. Now, many times, it's just that little push over remembering what decimals, percentages, and fractions are, or it's just getting your basics down so that then you can enter into college-level work. Without developmental education at a comprehensive community college, we would eliminate one of the most important multiple access points there is.
Salt Lake Community College, also a commuter campus. Students take classes before work. I know the parking lot's full in the morning. They take classes after work. We offer classes in the evening. Some of our students work multiple jobs. Some have families. Some have other responsibilities. And I wondered, you talked about developmental education and things that, you know, we offer training and job skills and so on. And what do you see are the best ways to keep those commuter students involved and engaged and in class?
Well, the real key is getting them connected. And so what that means is getting connected for you might be very different than getting connected for me. That kind of connection runs the gamut of tutoring, being in our classes, but also participating in athletics, in student government, participating in mentoring programs within the community, participating through our Thanes Center for Service Learning, getting students connected to the idea that they are as important to Salt Lake Community College as I hope Salt Lake Community College is for them. And so that means we have opportunities at all hours of the day, every day of the week. Even our distance education is an important way to keep students connected, because it might be education when they can access, the learner can access it, as opposed to when our faculty or our doors are open.
Has there been an increased or big push in online distance education of late? I mean, I know most classes are completely asynchronous for students.
Our distance education component of the college is our fastest growing in enrollment of any program or any site. So when you look at our 14 different sites, you know, you'll see students at Jordan campus or at our community writing center at the public library, at many of our different physical sites. But our greatest increased enrollment is through distance education. So we are looking at more and more ways to put entire programs online.
What do you see as some of the continued and future steps to move us towards that goal of premier community college?
I certainly think one of our goals must be always looking ahead. So as we project ahead and do environmental scanning to see what will be the training and education programs necessary 3 years from now, 5 years from now, we always must be creating the curriculum now for 5 years ahead. What does that curriculum look like? We have to look at nanotechnology. We have to look at enhancing our biotechnology program and our Innova Bio contract research organization. We're looking at creating a campus for communication technology, digital design, and that kind of technology expansion and enhancement that brings together a grouping, a clustering of our programs so that we build off each other. So again, looking ahead, planning today for what our graduates need to have as skill sets 5 years from now.
And one quick wrap-it-up question. There's a new building proposal, speaking of technology and communication.
That's correct. At our South City campus, our top priority in capital development requests this year before the legislature will be a new digital design and communication technology building. It's actually an expansion of our South City campus, but we will cluster our performing arts, visual arts, graphic design, and communication technology all under one roof. Now, the benefit of that is faculty working with each other, working with our public ed institutions in that area to get our high school students in before they graduate. It's a synergy that helps build, and as we look 5 years from now, digital design will be in things such as our visual arts and digital technology, but it's also going to be in medical imaging, in nanotechnology, and it's going to, there's almost a confluence, a converging of different fields and disciplines that come together in the workforce, and therefore they must come together in the educational arena.
I want to thank you for taking a few minutes today to have a chance to talk with us, Dr. Bioteau.
It's my pleasure.
Well, thank you very much. My guest on Up in the Valley, Dr. Cynthia Bioteau, President of Salt Lake Community College. Thank you very much.